or you?
My wife's family,
And
yes. Well, it was it was probably one of the more ham-handed attempts at intimidation, which out of the Trump operation you can expect things to be done the most incompetent way possible.
What happened?
In individual calls, he said, I'm sorry, but I've been asked by the Trump campaign to make sure that, David knows that this will be really, really bad for him. Which, I actually learned about this after I made the decision. I assumed if I did this, look, I have been against Trump for some time, and the assaults on my family have been overwhelming just as a writer. I mean, as everyone knows, Trump has an online racist mob that he often stokes by retweeting some of these horrible white supremacists. That online racist mob is very fond of pointing out, I have a multiracial family, and so they have gone after my youngest daughter in the worst way imaginable. The worst way. It's one of the things.
I'm sorry. They attacked you for having a multiracial family.
You have no idea. Threats. I've had neighbors who, this is months ago before I even considered this, neighbors who were nervous that there were going to be attacks in our neighborhood.
Wow.
He unlocked something terrible in this country, and it's one of the reasons why I was so motivated to look at this if nobody's stepping up. But sometimes, this reasoning that somebody's better than nobody, that's not always the case. If I did more harm than good, as somebody without a lot of name ID coming forward without that natural constituency behind me, he could just go, oh, look, there's not that many Americans who oppose me, when there's millions who are ready to
So was that someone from the Trump campaign, you said, called someone from your wife's family?
They identified themselves as someone affiliated with the Trump campaign who had been told to call, a member of they tracked down a member of my wife's family in Tennessee while all of this is going on. And I only learned about it later.
Do you consider that a threat?
I considered it a ham-handed effort to intimidate.
So if there is a path, as you've described it here, why have people like Michael Bloomberg, somebody who could put $1 billion into it if he wanted to? Maybe he's not the perfect candidate to run down the middle, but why haven't other people done it?
Well, I think Michael Bloomberg, frankly, took a look at it too soon. If he had waited a while, and I also think he was worried that he would take more votes from Hillary Clinton and end up electing Donald Trump. I think the candidate, the independent, has to come from the center-right. That's where so much of the low-hanging fruit is on the support, is from the right, from the center-right. There is an establishment group of voters from